What is up, my friends? Today we're going to take a look at OBS and see all the features that it has to offer. Well, maybe not all of them we'll get to, but we're going to try to navigate to as much features as it can. All right, let's start a new scene. Every time you want to start a new, well, first, let's look at the recordings. Show recordings. It demonstrates all of your recordings you've done in this folder. Here is a folder that is set to save my recordings should I record anything on OBS, whether it be another tutorial, another video about us, or whatever. And then we have Remux recordings. Let's see what this does. Remux. Okay, I honestly have no idea what Remux means. No, it just means converts. Then we look at the settings. Now, of course, you can set your language to English or any other language that's available, and your theme to Yami or whatever there is. Like if we set it to system, um, that's what it looks like. And Rockney, this is my favorite one, the default one. And then open stats dialog on startup. That means you can have your statistics over here in one of the docs, I think. Hide OBS windows from screen capture. That basically means that you, you know, it'll hide OBS. Like you won't have that trailing effect, I believe, or I'm not sure. And then, of course, we have update channel stable. I believe that updates OBS. It's not exactly tutorial, like I know exactly what's going on. I will admit that, but I want to show you. Snap sensibility. It just refers to whenever you drag objects, it snaps like clings to it, kind of sticks. Like, let me show you what I mean. See, see how it snapped there? After you approach s- such and such uh, position, it snaps. You can also disable this if you like. Now, let's see what else there is. Output, it lets you, show confirmation dialog means that you could probably, just, I guess, display a window saying, oh, uh, I see that you wanted to stop recording or streaming. Do you want to end it? And then it says automatically record with streaming. That's self-explainable. Projectors, this is if you have a projector. Like schools who use OBS, if they use them, they'll probably find it useful. System tray, well, it lets you customize your you know your system tray, which I believe is like here, right here. This is a system tray, and this is I think this is a Windows icon, and this is OBS Studio right there. Preview, hide overflow. Overflow always visible. I believe that's the trailing that you see of many OBSs and stuff. Studio mode. Transition to scene when double clicked. That means if you want to transition to there, you have to double click. Do it fast though. Enable portrait vertical layout. That means that your video is taller than it is wide. Stream, you could, right now I can't set it to anything else because I'm streaming, but you could set this to restream, to Twitter, to Twitch. Well, I don't know, does Twitter enable stream? Well, you could do Facebook. You could do all sorts of things. You could set your server to primary and just server or whatever. You could also use custom and select the screen key and paste it there. Output, well, CPU usage preset, it just says what level of performance do you want from your CPU. The lower, the lower options from placebo to, medium. Well, right now I have it to very fast, but the lower options will let you save more uh, battery and performance won't be the same. It'll be pretty slow, honestly, but it might extend your CPU. And then very fast, ultra fast, and super fast, faster and fast. Those your CPU performance will increase, but you may risk your CPU overclocking or shortening its lifespan. Keyframe interval. I assume this is where, like, keyframe is like, you know how videos are captured in 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, or on TV, most of the time, live events are 120 frames per second, I believe. Well, I think this is telling you, oh, I want this to be captured at such level. Bitrate, well, it's set to 2500 kilobits per second. Control is CBR. You could also set some of the same things in encoding. Audio is, you know, 320 is the highest, and replay buffer maximum replay time 20 frames or 20 seconds. Replay buffer means if like you're streaming a sport, you're recording a sport, you want to replay it, or you want to replay whatever. It's gonna take like 20 seconds from when you decide to replay to 20 seconds earlier is the max. You could set it higher if you want. Then some audio. Sample rate is, the rate that it samples a piece of your audio. Ignore the drilling. That's just through working on the gutters. Channels, stereo or mono. Speakers. You can set your speakers for your desktop audio and and your other desktop audio, I meant to say. And all your microphones and auxiliary audios. Decay rate means kind of like an echo type thing. Sample peak, true peak, meter type. Monitoring device means if you want to hear yourself on the laptop or on the headphones or any other thing. And some hotkeys, push to mute. Well, let's try. Push to mute. You can set the delay time as well. And then video output. You could, you know, you could mess with your resolution, your output if it needs to be scaled, and your downscale filter. Hotkeys, you could come up with any control for, like, for example, I have a timer here, which you can see right here. And to activate it, it's control key. Of course, you could set anything with a hotkey to do blah 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 if you want to. And you know, process priority, kind of a CPU thing. Video renderer, you could set whatever. You can play around with the media. File formatting is, you know, what format should it write your files in? What, or name your files? Like 2016, 01, 04, 12. Well, that would be January 4th, 2016 at 12:47 p.m. Well, it won't write p.m. And then however many seconds, like 23 seconds. 12:47 with 23 seconds it was recorded. And then we have the replay buffer file name prefix, which is replay. Stream delay, it depends on stream delay. I guess stream delay allows you some space in case you get buffered and your connection disconnects and whatever. Automatically reconnect, retry delay. It lets you retry as many times as you want. Right here, it's set to 25 by default. Enable browser source hardware acceleration. And hotkeys, never disable hotkeys unless you have certain things. All right, you- okay. If you perform an action and want to undo it, then you have an undo, which is Control C, and to redo it, Control Shift Z. And to copy any source or scene, Control and C. And to paste as the reference, Control V. That just means, well, I mean, you could change the size, it won't change the other size. But if you kind of like change the text or appearance of it, it's going to change as well. If you add a number to it, like text, it'll be the same text. If you paste it as a duplicate, it's going to be completely separate. The other one won't be affected. Copy filters, that's like if you have a color filter and want to paste it on there, you can paste it. Paste filters, of course, there it is. Transform, you could edit, transform, you could make it rotate, or you can make it flip, you could stretch it, whatever you want. Border means move up and down, you could drag it though, like that. That's me changing the order. Preview scaling, that's the aspect ratio you want to record or stream in. Lock preview, that means I can't move the preview. Advanced audio properties, that's just me adjusting my audio settings, like if it's mono or balance or sync offset in order to make it sync better. If it's too early, monitor, that's if you want to hear yourself. View, reset UI, it just puts everything back. Full screen interface just takes you into full screen interface and hides the taskbar and the window pane or whatever. Um, and to go back, you can select F11 again or click there. The scene list mode, list, grid, box toolbars, that's just like the chat or source toolbar, source icons, status bar. Yeah, that's all good. And then stats, of course, I got YouTube stats right here. I could also look at the stats right here about my OBS. Multi-view, that's if you have like two screens always on top. Yep, another feature. And here are the docks. Locked docks means you can't move the docks. Full height docks, it means it'll extend to such uh, depths. Reset docks, it means reset them to their default size. Custom browser docks, you can put in your own docks and put them there. And, you know, stats, of course. And also, you can also close them if you like to. Profile, it's grayed out right now because I'm on stream. Oops, hold on. Hold on. Scene collection. Okay, captions. You could try to use captions if you want to. Automatic scene switcher, output timer. Output timer is like stop streaming after blah 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 hours. Scripts, you can put in your own scripts like timer or whatever. I've got this countdown timer, by the way. WebSocket server settings, you know, source copy. That's something that I downloaded from one of this. Help, yeah, you can find help, visit your website or in Discord server. And if you have any technical support that you want to ask for, you can look for log files or crash reports and check file integrity and updates, restart in safe mode if you need to troubleshoot. And you can check out what's new, some release notes, and about. Let's go to the scenes. So duplicate means you're going to duplicate this scene right now. Rename it is just rename it to something else. Remove. Import. Okay. Import. So if you want to import some scene from somebody else, then go to the window where you find it, where you have it downloaded, and then select, and then it's going to appear here. And then if you want to add it, you can import, and it'll add it to the scene collection. Export means you want to save the scene, and then you can save it there or wherever you like. Creating a new scene. Well, let's name our scene Test. In a moment, you're going to see that I'm going to be silent. And of course, I'm back, and my audio sounds pretty awful. And then we could add another scene here, and then application audio capture is from any app like Skype or 3D Pinball if you play that. Audio input capture, that's your microphone. Audio output capture, it's like from anywhere from your desktop that is producing audio. Browser is like if you have any overlays from Stream Elements, you can put that. If you have anything from any browser that you want to put, you can put that. Color source is just a color right here. Okay. You could also, let's remove this scene actually. This is not going to work. All right. Color source. It's just any color you like. Game capture, display capture is your monitor. That's what I've got right now. Game capture. Um, You can capture any game you like Fortnite or PUBG. Image, any PNG, JPEG, or GIF. I'm not even sure what it's called right now. Game or image slideshow. You can perform a slideshow of anything. Media source is your videos. Scene is another thing. Actually, I want to know. Ah, just adds another scene to there. And then text, GDI, or it's just a text. You can adjust the font if you want to. Video capture device. It's your window. Uh, or, sorry, I can't talk. It's your camera. And the window capture is you want to capture a window from anything like Chrome or whatever. You can also select a group and, make group out of anything. There's another type of text you could put as well. Now, transitions. To set a transition, a custom transition, you can go to here, a stinger, and select some kind of animation to make it transition to that. Like for example, let's select this, and when I change it to this is what it does. And of course, if you want to delay the transition point, you could select it to 30 frames or 30 milliseconds or whatever other time you think it'll cut. I'll remove it. Let's see how how much this is away. 80 frames per second. Well, this is a different one. And there's the intro. 55 frames per second. And there it is in all its glory. Virtual camera. This is a virtual camera. Like, if you have your camera here, it'll display kind of a image. Studio mode is you can do that. If you like to preview and program settings, it's gonna trigger the settings, and of course you can exit OBS if you want. If there's anything that you want me to show you a tutorial about, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, and I'll talk to you guys next time on